Good day, friends. Today we shall see what working independently means, or to be more precise, learning independently. Let's see the content. Independent or self directed learning is an important skill, whether you plan to continue your studies after school or college or professionally. Independent learning is when an individual is able to think, act, and pursue their own studies autonomously without the same levels of support you receive from a teacher at school. This can also mean that you are working on your own through the means of maybe internet or whatever any other source, but without the support of your friends or your teachers at school. Okay, you are pursuing your area of interest on your own. Let's see the next slide. To become a good independent learner, you need to be motivated. That means motivation is actually about your interest. You should be very much interested in that particular subject. Okay, only then you can actually try to work on your own without the help of others. Resilient, to overcome challenges. Resilient is to endure, to be mentally strong when you encounter failures, or when you encounter certain challenges. Don't call failures, call them as challenges. Okay, so that you can again face them and then overcome them. Okay, so that is important here. An excellent time manager. You need to be an excellent time manager. You should be able to do all the other tasks and then continue on your area of interest. Spend some time on it regularly, daily. Okay, only then you will be able to achieve your goal. Becoming self aware, self monitoring, and self correcting. Once you become self aware, you know yourself. Self awareness is about knowing yourself. When you know yourself, your wants, your desires, your dislikes, your likes, okay, then you will be able to um, plan accordingly. Actually, okay, you will be able to monitor yourself. When you are in a group of people, let us say your team members, you are a part of a group, let us say, then you will be able to monitor yourself with respect to the others. Okay, how you are behaving with them. Okay, or what is the behavior of others towards you. Okay, just to actually be a part of the group as such. And then if at all some mistakes are happening, you should be able to correct yourself. Okay, see, as an independent learner, you need to be able to monitor your actions and try to correct them as the case may be. No, not in all cases you will be able to achieve success. There will be some situation when you are not able to do certain tasks. Okay, so in that case you will have to actually approach that particular task in a different manner. Okay, let us say you are studying about an important topic, and then suddenly because of some reason, maybe you have fallen sick or something like that, you are not able to pay so much of attention to that particular topic. Okay, so in that case, what will you do? Okay, you will again have to because of your illness, maybe you have made some mistakes, something like that can happen. Okay, in order to overcome all that, you have to correct yourself. You have to understand yourself, you have to monitor yourself. Okay, so that's what this means here. Knowing what you need to do. As I was just telling you, if you have fallen sick, you will have to actually take some rest. Health is more important, of course, and then you have to devote more time with respect to your subject or your area of learning a bit later, when you are healthy enough to look at it. Okay. uh, or but then if you are sick, definitely you will have to pay more attention to your health first. Okay. You need to know what you need to do next. Let's see the next slide. To become a good independent learner, you need to be taking the initiative rather than waiting to be told what to do. Now, taking initiative here is to actually do certain tasks without somebody telling you to do. Okay, let us say you are a part of a group or a team, and then they have assigned a particular task. In that case, you should be able to actually try to do certain things with respect to that particular task on your own. Say for example, this particular online class here. Now, in an online class, let us say your teacher is expecting you to share a particular PPT or a presentation. In that case, automatically, the moment you have the content with you, you should be able to share the content, okay, without the teacher asking you to do, taking the initiative. Or let us say some guests have come to your home. Okay, the moment they come, you take the initiative to make them feel at home. Okay, so certain things like that. Okay, that is doing without waiting for others to tell you what to do. You are doing certain things. Okay, that is what is taking initiative. Doing what is asked to the best of your ability without the need for external prodding, and working until the job is completed. Let us say your mother has asked you to do something in the kitchen. Okay, to help her in the kitchen. Okay, in that case, without expecting anything from the mother, you should be able to complete that particular task on your own without the help of your mother. Okay, how to do it? Your mother has assigned that particular task just because she knows that you can do it. Okay, so keeping that in mind, without asking for her for any help, you should be able to complete the task. Okay, so that is what this particular point is about. Or learning to work at a pace that you can sustain. Again, let us go back to the previous slide. I was telling you about time management. Now, let us say in a day you are able to complete, you have assigned yourself around 10 things to be completed. Then, and you have to go to bed exactly at 10 p.m. Okay, let us say that is your schedule. Now, before 10, you should be able to complete all the 10 things that you have assigned for the day as per your plan. Now, let us say something, so your friends have come in between, or some guests have come, or something else has come which has actually taken up some of your time, and then you are unable to complete that particular 10 things by 10 o'clock. Then of course the time will get extended. It can go up to, let us say, 11 p.m. Okay, but then if it goes up to 11 p.m., definitely you are going to put yourself under some stress. Okay, so in order to be able to be healthy, you should not assign yourself 10 things for, if at all these kind of things can come. Okay, you can assign only, let us say, around 7 things to be completed in a day. Okay, in that case, you can also have time for these unforeseen events which can actually come and disturb your what you call your schedule. Okay, so that can actually help you learning to work at a pace that you can sustain. Then of course only 7 things are there, and then you have time for enjoyment also, you have time for entertainment, you have time for some other recreation. Of course that will be a balanced way to look at it. Okay, at your pace you can complete the work, taking ownership of the mistakes without looking for excuses. Now, when you make a mistake as an independent learner, you should be able to take the ownership. Okay, let us say you have by mistake done something. Okay, you should accept it. There is nobody else to accept the or take the blame for that particular thing just because you have done it on your own. Okay, that is what it means. Refusing to let self-doubt or negative emotions due to negative past experiences take you off course. Now, any negative uh, thought or let us say any because of your past experiences you may have failed, okay, or you may have scored less in a particular subject, but then that was because your approach was not correct. If you had adopted a different approach, then obviously you would have succeeded in that particular subject. Okay, uh, we need to actually we should not allow the self doubt. Okay, self doubt is all these let us say the past 2 exams I have actually fared very badly. Now in the following, that is the coming exam, will I be able to score more than let us say 50%? If this kind of a doubt comes, then obviously you will try to okay, definitely I will not be able to. Well, the moment that self doubt comes, immediately we tend to lessen our what you call target. Instead of 70%, we will bring the target to slightly less, let us say 50%, and then we will try to study only for 50%. Now when that is done, of course we will be achieving still lesser than